Good evening, everybody. I am Chuck Rogers, a licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I have way too much junk.
And he's a wonderful network engineer. And together we are Tabletop Coffee.
Yep, where we are bold and we are never ever bitter.
And tonight we're talking about minimalism. How do you get started? Stay tuned. We'll talk about it.
More of me.
Right?
Just give me more of me. Or give you more of me. I don't know what it was. What do you sing? Something about more of me.
Willie Nelson? Is it Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
More of you.
More of you. Oh, okay. It's more of you. It's not more of me. Well, what we're going to talk about tonight is fewer things. Give me fewer things. Isn't that what we're going to do?
It is. I want to talk about minimalism. But one of the things that I don't know, I know a lot about relationships. I know a lot about cognitive therapy.
Yes.
And I know a lot about decreasing depression and decreasing anxiety. But what I'm finding is that my knowledge is minimal about minimalism.
Yeah, it's amazing that we don't know more about this.
Yeah, it actually is.
Because it's such a benefit in so many ways in life.
It really is. And this has been rolling around in my head for a few weeks now. You know, we did that one or 2 weeks ago on the one where 4% of the gifts that you gave last Christmas got thrown in the trash.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we did this thing about looking at how do we do Christmas and do we need to think about doing it differently?
Yeah. I know, and definitely I feel that Christmas needs to be scaled down. So going into this, you know, over the past few weeks, I've been getting pictures from Chuck, you know, on a weekly basis of things he's just putting out and either giving away or putting out and allowing people to pick up for free.
Yeah, this has been rolling around in my head, and I've been a great student of Joshua Becker. I read one book. I read a second short book. I'm now into my third book. I am just drawn to this subject more than any subject that I've been drawn to in a very long time. I cannot wait to get in and read more. I'm not typically a good reader, but I just cannot get away from this material. I'm just drawn to it.
Okay, so tell me about the material a little bit.
Well, I've got something here that Josh wrote. I should call him Joshua. To my knowledge, he's not called Josh.
Yeah, we don't know him.
But here's what minimalism is defined in one of his books, and I'll put the link below. I think it's called The More of Less.
Okay.
I think the intentional promotion of the things we value and the removal of anything that distracts us from them.
Man, that's so rich.
Let's say it again. The intentional promotion of the things we value the most and the removal of anything that distracts us from them. I mean, when you typically think of minimalism, about what do you think?
When I hear the word minimalism, well, okay, so going into this, Lisa, my wife, has been going down this road for about a year, a little over a year. She wants to live that minimalistic life, and we found that it's so tough to do.
Yes.
So when I think of minimalism, I'm thinking get rid of everything that you don't need or you don't use. So that's what we've been trying to do a little bit.
I've in the past I've thought about it as living in the tiny house.
Oh yeah,
you know, people have a 111 square foot house.
you go to the bathroom and wash dishes in the sink.
Yeah. And for some people that is it.
Right.
But for other people, it's not even close to that. And Joshua talks about that in his book, and he says, you know, you come into our home, which is a minimalistic home.
Right.
But there's furniture in the living room.
Right.
There are pictures on the wall. There's a playroom with toys, probably on the floor. It looks very normal.
Right.
And so I began to devour this material, but I didn't wait until I was done reading before I did stuff. I started sending you pictures of what I was doing right away because it felt so good. And the more that I did, I was encouraged and drawn to do more.
Okay.
And I began setting stuff out by the road with signs that say, free, please help yourself. And I've been sending emails to my staff saying, here are these things.
Yeah, and it hasn't been broken down things either.
No.
It's been things that you could use if you would have used them in the past.
Yes, there was fishing equipment.
Right.
There was a router table and a router to go along with it. There were items of clothing. There were tools that I had duplicates of, or tools that I just never used.
Yeah. And why keep them around? You told me about the caulking guns.
Yeah, I had 3 caulking guns.
Yeah.
I don't need 3 caulking guns. I need one caulking gun that works well. And I think I found them in somebody else's trash years ago and thought, gosh, there's a nice thing to take it home. But I took it home, it just sat in my basement, never ever used, not even one time.
Yeah. No reason to have it around.
Getting rid of these things. So I began to walk. I was on a walk Christmas Day for 2 hours and was reading my Kindle and my highlights and began to share some of these things on Facebook. Just these quotes that I found helpful.
Right.
And people began to reply back to those quotes.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things that I released on Facebook as a meme while I was walking down Rivermont Avenue, while I was on my walk, was this quote from Joshua: "Never organize what you can discard."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to. Minimalism is not just a rearranging or an organization. It's making sure that you begin to pare down. So never organize what you can discard. And I began to get some feedback. One of the person, Connie, a friend of ours from Michigan, says, "Were you spying on me today? I was trying really hard, LOL." And I says, "Yes, Connie, I was spying on you. Yes, I was." And then Cheryl, another friend of ours from here in the Lynchburg area, Cheryl says, "Not a minimalist. I enjoy sentiment too much."
Yeah, that's right.
So I replied to Cheryl and I said, "I'm learning about rational minimalism." That's what Joshua Becker calls it, is rational minimalism. It's not the tiny house. It's not eating out of dumpsters.
Yeah.
It's seeing what I can do and what will work for me. So I told Cheryl I'm learning about rational minimalism. I really like the concept. It's encouraging to me to focus upon getting rid of the things that are the easier choices to focus upon, and to focus upon those and leave the more difficult ones, at least for now. She says, "I work at my attic when the mood strikes. It's a lifelong process trying to take out more than I bring in." So I said to Cheryl, "Great job with that, Cheryl. Really great job. It's just important to start." That's what I was talking about. It's really quite contagious and can be quite fun and rewarding. I've been giving away a lot. Even this morning, I am truly being blessed in ways that I could not have imagined. Thanks for sharing about the success of your attic. Keep me posted. I love success stories. Cheryl then writes later, "I just sent a pile of forgotten toys to the tornado victims in Kentucky. Decluttering and sharing combined." See, she did it.
That is so good.
She just jumped in and did something and found these new toys that she wasn't using.
Right.
And sent them somewhere to somebody
that could use them.
Yeah, so I think the tip for this week that I'm finding helpful is just start somewhere, because you can start somewhere. And then 2, focus upon the things that are the low-hanging fruit. Don't focus upon the sentimental pieces. Do I keep this or do I? No, those are too difficult. Start with the duplicates.
Yeah, those are easy.
Yeah. Do I need 3 caulking guns? No. I need 1.
Right.
Not 3. And so keep 1 and get rid of 2.
Yeah.
And then the other part is just focus upon the ones that are easier.
Right.
And don't focus upon the ones that are more difficult. Get moving and start.
Yeah, and then from there you can build and you can tackle those harder ones later once you start getting some of this stuff under your belt.
Yeah, so I'm going to continue and I'll keep us updated.
Yeah, I'm going to read through those books myself.
Oh, I'm excited, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you liked our content. I really content.
We had content tonight.
Yeah. I hope you really liked our content. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? We would really appreciate that.
Yeah, and go ahead and ding that bell so you're notified of upcoming episodes.
Make sure to like it.
Yeah, share it with your friends.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time.